Governor Braun's first legislative session now officially in the books, and boy, it was a big one. Lawmakers tackled everything from property taxes to the high cost of health care.
The governor touted that work done this session at Fort Bend today, and our State House reporter Emily Longnecker was there and shows us that gathering included several Republican lawmakers and members of his cabinet.
Yeah, Governor Braun touted what has been accomplished during this legislative session in just 3.5 months, and he credited that with the constant communication, he said, between the second floor where his office is and the third floor where lawmakers get their work done. This year's legislative session isn't even a week out, and already Wednesday, Governor Braun was talking about the next one.
We're not going to rest upon our laurels. Get ready.
That was the message the governor had for Republican lawmakers and many in his cabinet Wednesday afternoon, speaking about his first 100 days in office and his first legislative session as governor of Indiana.
Cabinet members are already getting emails from me. You know why I'm sending them to you? Because they've come from the people.
The governor said he wants to hear from people who have good ideas that could find their way into bills in the next legislative session. When it comes to property taxes, Governor Braun said the final product was a solid one. But with such a big issue, there was still work to be done, like continuing to increase the amount of homestead exemptions for homeowners.
At some point, we lighten the load on homesteads gradually and do it in a way to where other sources of income can be used, because I don't want locals our school districts to be starved of revenue.
The governor said lowering health care costs is still a priority. This session, some legislation dealing with pharmacy benefit managers and price caps on hospitals had some provisions in them walked back. Governor Braun said legislation this session put the health care system on notice that something needs to change.
More will be brought to bear if, in fact, they're not lowering their prices and giving us better outcomes. It's that simple. And insurance companies, you've noticed, didn't have a lot of attention paid to them. And that's going to be page 2, because both are in it in a broken system.
The governor was also asked about cuts to the final budget that came after a less than rosy revenue forecast in the final weeks of session.
When it comes to what we really cut, nothing got hammered, and the most important stuff stayed intact.
And Democrats may agree with that assessment on some of those cuts to the budget. Many were very critical last week of the cuts to public health funding, money that goes to all 92 counties for preventative health measures. That money went from $100 million each year down to $40 million. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
The legislative session may be over, but our political coverage continues. In fact, you can catch our in-depth coverage of all the stories out of the State House on Crossroads Politics.
That airs at 10 o'clock on Sundays and on demand anytime on our streaming channel, WTHR+.